Hey everyone! Isn't it crazy how some games just never get old? You play them years later and they still feel fresh, like they've aged better than most modern titles. These are the masterpieces that shaped gaming, the ones that set the bar so high that even today, new games struggle to reach their level. It's almost like revisiting an old friend. You know the world, the characters, the stories, yet they still manage to surprise you. Today, we're looking at 10 legendary old games that prove true masterpieces stand the test of time. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is often hailed as one of the greatest RPGs ever created, a masterpiece that pulls you into a dark yet beautiful fantasy world, filled with choices that truly matter. Developed by CD Projekt Red, it follows Geralt of Rivia, a monster hunter searching for his adopted daughter Ciri, while the terrifying, otherworldly Wild Hunt closes in. Along the way, you traverse vast landscapes, war-torn villages, dense forests, and bustling cities, while tackling quests so rich and detailed they often feel like entire stories of their own. The characters you meet, from allies to foes, are unforgettable, and the weight of your decisions lingers long after you make them. It's a journey of love, loss, and consequence that resonates on a deeply human level, even amidst the magic and monsters. With a stellar Metacritic score of 92, The Witcher 3 is universally praised as a genre-defining RPG, a game that will easily consume hundreds of hours while leaving memories you won't forget. Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain drops you into the role of Big Boss, also known as Venom Snake, waking up from a coma with the world changed and everything he built left in ruins. From the very start, you're thrown into chaos, trying to escape a burning hospital while hunted by strange, supernatural forces. What makes this game so loved is the freedom it gives you, sneaking through open-ended missions, building your own private army, and shaping how you approach every situation. Big Boss isn't just a soldier. He's a legend built through your choices, and every move feels sharp, stylish, and deeply personal. It receives a Metacritic score of 93, making it masterpiece. The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild is an absolute masterpiece that redefines open-world adventures, pulling you into a vast Hyrule where every peak, forest, and hidden shrine sparks curiosity. Developed by Nintendo, it follows Link as he awakens from a century of slumber to face Calamity Ganon and restore balance to the kingdom. What makes it extraordinary is the freedom to approach challenges in countless ways, whether climbing sheer cliffs, solving physics-based puzzles, or experimenting with cooking and survival systems that make the world feel alive. You can tame wild horses, glide across valleys, and uncover secrets at your own pace, creating a deeply personal journey. The quiet moments of discovery feel just as powerful as the epic battles, leaving lasting memories of exploration and wonder. With a stellar Metacritic score of 97, it is widely hailed as one of the greatest games ever made, a timeless adventure that will easily steal hundreds of hours of your life. The Last of Us Part 1 puts you in the shoes of Joel, a hardened survivor in a world that's completely fallen apart after a deadly outbreak. Right from the start, you feel the weight he carries, loss, anger, and a need to just keep going. But everything shifts when he's tasked with escorting Ellie, a young girl who might be the key to saving humanity. What makes this game a masterpiece isn't just the intense stealth and combat. It's the bond that slowly builds between two broken people. Every quiet moment, every fight, and every choice hits with real emotion. It receives a Metacritic score of 95, being masterpiece. The Elder Scrolls V: Skyrim is a legendary open-world RPG that lets you lose yourself in a vast fantasy realm where snowy peaks, ancient ruins, and bustling cities feel alive with stories waiting to unfold. Developed by Bethesda Game Studios, you take on the role of the Dragonborn, a hero with the power to harness the voice of dragons, destined to stand against Alduin, the World Eater, in an epic battle for the fate of Tamriel. Yet the true magic lies not only in the main quest, but in the freedom to live countless lives, becoming a thief in the shadows, a noble warrior, or even a mage uncovering forbidden secrets. Every cave you stumble into and every choice you make carries a sense of discovery and ownership, giving you memories that feel uniquely your own. With a Metacritic score of 94, Skyrim remains one of the most celebrated and enduring RPGs of all time, a game that continues to captivate players for hundreds of hours, even more than a decade after its release. Rise of the Tomb Raider kicks off with Lara Croft scaling a frozen mountain, chasing the truth behind an ancient secret her father died believing in. Right away, the game throws you into danger, snowstorms, collapsing cliffs, and the kind of high-stakes survival that Lara's become known for. You play as her as she pushes deeper into Siberia, racing against a shadowy group called Trinity. What players love most is how Lara grows, not just stronger, but more confident and determined. The mix of exploration, clever puzzles, and fluid combat makes every moment feel like you're uncovering history with your own hands. It has received Metacritic score of 86. Half-Life 2 is a groundbreaking masterpiece that forever changed the landscape of first-person shooters, blending gripping action with intelligent storytelling in a way that still feels revolutionary. Developed by Valve, the game places you back in the role of Gordon Freeman, a silent but iconic scientist forced to battle the oppressive Combine forces that have enslaved Earth. With its innovative physics system powered by the Source engine, every fight, puzzle, and interaction feels dynamic and alive, making the world more believable than anything of its time. The atmosphere is thick with tension, yet moments of quiet exploration and the bonds you form with characters like Alex Vance bring humanity and heart to the chaos. With a legendary Metacritic score of 96, Half-Life 2 is celebrated as one of the greatest games ever created, a timeless experience that proves games can be both thrilling and deeply meaningful, guaranteed to steal dozens of hours of your time. Next, we start with Batman: Arkham Knight, in which you step into the worn boots of Batman as Gotham City teeters on the edge of chaos, its skyline lit by panic and the looming threat of Scarecrow's fear toxin. From your first glide off Wayne Tower to the roar of the Batmobile engine, chasing down deadly militia trucks, every moment feels epic and intense. The city's dark alleyways, neon-soaked rooftops, and abandoned subways invite you to explore every shadow and secret. Mix slick hand-to-hand combat with gadgets that turn the tide in a heartbeat, then race through flooded streets at breakneck speed. It's the ultimate rush for anyone who's ever dreamed of being the Dark Knight. It receives Metacritic score of 87. Kena: Bridge of Spirits is a beautiful and heartfelt adventure that feels like stepping into a living animated film, blending stunning visuals with emotional storytelling and satisfying action. Developed by Ember Lab, the game follows Kena, a young spirit guide who helps restless souls move on, as she travels through lush forests, ruined villages, and mystical shrines while uncovering the lingering pain that haunts the land. Accompanied by the adorable Rot, tiny spirit companions who aid in puzzles and combat, you'll find a perfect balance between lighthearted charm and moments of emotional depth. The journey resonates because it is as much about healing and letting go as it is about battles and exploration. And the bond you form with the Rot gives every victory a warm sense of joy. With a solid Metacritic score of 81, critics noted some rough edges, yet praised its heart, artistry, and soul, making it a game that deserves your time if you want an adventure that touches both action and emotion. Red Dead Redemption 2 is nothing short of a masterpiece, a game that sets a new bar for storytelling and immersion in the open-world genre. Developed by Rockstar Games, it follows Arthur Morgan, an outlaw torn between loyalty to his gang and his own fading sense of honor, as the age of the Wild West slowly dies around him. The game's world is staggering in its detail, from the snow-capped mountains and bustling towns to the quiet swamps and dusty plains, every inch brimming with life and realism. You can hunt, fish, gamble, or simply ride across breathtaking landscapes, and each moment feels like part of a living, breathing frontier. Arthur's journey is deeply emotional, with choices and consequences that carry heavy weight, often leaving players reflecting long after the credits. With a towering Metacritic score of 97, Red Dead Redemption 2 is considered one of the greatest games ever created, a story and world that will completely absorb you for hundreds of unforgettable hours.